In this lecture, we will study optical discs and magnetic tapes. Now, first, we will study the optical disc. Now, large storage devices can also be implemented using optical means. The optical technology is used for CD system is based on laser light source. Now, what is CD stands for? CD is a compact disc, and CDs are circular discs that use optical rays, usually lasers, to read and write the data. Now here you can see this is the CD. Now this is the CD. So this is the bottom layer and other side is the top layer. Now here this is a cross section area. Inside the CD, with respect to center, only physically one track is available in the form of spherical spiral, in the form of spiral. Now this is the cross section. So now bottom layer is made up of polycarbonate plastic. Now this is, now here you can see the shine part is made up of polycarbonate plastic, and it is which functions as a clear glass base. And the surface of the plastic is programmed to store data by in the form of pit and land. Now here you can see the pit and the lands. So now on this polycarbonate plastic, so the data is formed in the form of data is stored in the form of pit and land. Now a thin layer of reflecting aluminum material is placed on the top of the programmed disk, and the aluminum is then covered by a protective acrylic. And finally, the topmost layer is deposited and stamped with a label. Now, this is the topmost layer, and label is printed on this layer. Now, this is about the cross section area. Here, the maximum, the position, now here the maximum material is used is plastic, the polycarbonate plastic. Now here to read the data, now laser source and photo detectors are positioned below the polycarbonate plastic, and the emitted beam travels through plastic and reflects off the aluminum layer, and again received back towards the photo detector. Now here, here you can see this is the pit and this is the land, and this is when the pit. So here the information is changing from pit to land. Now here there is a change. Now at the time, if the laser will generate the coherent beam. If two beams are added and two beams are in phase, then the bright spot will appear. And if the two beams are opposite phase or 180 degrees out of phase, then the beams will be cancelled, reflection will be cancelled each other, and the dark spot will be appear. Now here, if the laser light is emitted and it is transferred through the polycarbonate material and touching the pit and the land, then at the time, now here you can see, if it is only the pit, at the time light is reflected back and the photo detector receives the bright spot. Now in the case of it, whenever it is changing from the pit to land, now here the no reflection, because the here the beam and here the beam both are having different phases, and both will light will be beams will be cancelled each other and no reflection, so dark spot will be received. And in the case of complete land, again solo land, so that time also the reflection is taking place and the detector is receiving the data. Now the meaning is what? Now this is the pit. Now whenever the change from the land to pit, there the one will be. Now if the dark spot is received means what? That is called the logic one. So now here low to high means what? Again dark spot will be received by the detector. So one again, here also one and here also one and one. Wherever the change from pit to land and land to pit, that time one will be received. And remaining time, now in this the pit is there. Now how much time it is in this position, how much time it is in this position, depending upon that zeros will be written. Now here it is two zeros, here it is three zeros, here it is again two zeros, one zero, and here depending upon that distance zeros will be placed, and like this the information will be detected from the CDs. Now here we will see some specifications. They are very cheap, and it will store up to maximum 700 MB, and the CDs are inserted in the CD drives, so built in this CD CPU cabinet, and they are portable. Now there are three different types of CDs are available. First one is a CD-ROM, a compact disc read-only memory. The data on these CDs are recorded by the manufacturer. So when these CDs are released in the market, already data is written on this, and that data can be not modified by the user. Now coming to the CD or compact disc recordable, means one time user can write data onto this CD, and after that again it can't be deleted or modified. Only one time written can be done. Now CD RW means a compact disk rewritable. So data can be written and deleted on these optical discs again and again. Now coming to the DVD drive. DVD stands for digital video display, and it looks just look like a CD. Now if you see the figure of the DVD, it is almost like a CD only, and this is the DVD drive. Now, the technology is also similar, but the storage capacity is 15 times than the CD, and it holds the data 4.7 GB to 17 GB. And the DVD achieves high storage capacity by using the both sides of disk by using a special data compression technology. And these DVDs also available in three varieties: read only, recordable, and rewritable. Just now what we have discussed under the CD. So similarly, DVDs are also available in the. Now coming to the next one, Blu-ray disc. Now this is the latest optical storage media to store high definition audio and video. It is similar to the CD or DVD, but can be stored up to 128 GB data. And while CD and DVD used a red laser beam to read and write data, but coming to the Blu-ray disc, use a blue laser to read and write the data on this. That's why the name is Blu-ray disc. Now, next one is what? Next magnetic secondary storage device is magnetic tape. Now, these magnetic tapes are used to store the used for hard disk backup purpose. And magnetic tape record. Now, magnetic tape recording uses the same principle as used in the magnetic disk recording. And the main difference is that the magnetic film is deposited on a very thin 0.5 to 0.25 inch. Now this is the magnetic tape, and the width of this is 0.5 or 0.25 inch. Now only one side the magnetic film is deposited, and now here the 7 to 9 bits are stored or recorded in parallel across the width of the tape and perpendicular to the direction of the movement. A separate read write head. Now for each and every bit to read these bits, now here A separate read-write head is provided to read all these bits in parallel, and one of the bit is used as a parity bit. You know why the parity bit is used? To detect the errors. And the complete data on the tape is organized in the form of records and record gaps. Now here you can see records and record gaps. The motion is stopped only when the record gap is under the record read write head. Now, the record gap are long enough to allow the tape to attain a normal speed before the beginning of the next record is reached. Now here to help a user organize a large amount of data, a group of related record is called a file. Now here you can see a group of records or similar records or related records are called as a file. And the file mark is a special single or multiple character record. Now here you can see the file mark. It is a single character or multiple character record, and it is preceded by a record gap. Now here you can see record gap. The first record following a file mark. Now this is the first record following the file mark is used as a header or identifier for this file. This allows the user to search a tape containing a large number of files or particular file. Now this is about the magnetic tape. Now the controller of a magnetic tape drive enables the execution of a number of control commands in addition to read write commands. The control commands includes like rewind tape, rewind and unload tape, erase tape, write tape mark, forward space one record, backspace one record, forward space one file, backspace one file. By using the controller, so these are the commands which we can operate. So this is about the magnetic tape. Now this is now till now we have studied the magnetic tape, magnetic tape, magnetic disc and optical disc. Now if you see the secondary memories are divided into two types. One is a sequential access device and another one is a direct access device. Now magnetic tape is the example for the sequential access device. Now what is sequential access? Now if 10 records, now 10 files are recorded on this magnetic tape. Now if you wanted to access any one of the file, then so directly you can't access this file. Now if this file, now this is a file 1, file 2, file 3. Now if you wanted to access the file 3, so you have to access 1 and 2, and after that only it is possible to access the file 3. Means what? If you wanted to listen the third song, then you have to listen the first and second song. Otherwise, you have to forward the first and second. So after reaching the third only, you can listen this song. So this is the sequential access device. Coming to the direct access means what? So whichever the file you want to access directly, you can access. Now these are the now direct accessing devices are the magnetic disc and optical disc. Now under the optical disc, we have studied the CDs, CD, DVD and Blu-ray. Now coming to the magnetic disc, now we have seen only the hard disk. The floppy and the zip disk are the very low capacity devices which are not popular nowadays. So this is about the complete secondary storage devices.